Hi everyone, welcome back, welcome back. We have another really spectacular piece to show you, also from Overfield Tavern. Julia brought this out to us to share. It's just a really awesome shirt. We believe it belonged to John New of Elizabeth Township here in Miami County.
He was one of the settlers
Yes.
of the township.
He was. And this is just a linen shirt, but we love the look of this linen shirt because this is very, very similar to the way we do our shirts, very much so. Where we have the long body. But one of the interesting things about this, I'm going to take this off so that you can see.
You can see how long this shirt is while she's doing that. Would be absolutely able to be dual duty as a daytime shirt and wears a night shirt.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, I'll let you keep talking.
So again, this is going to be early 19th century, going into it a wee bit, but it has a lot of remnants of the 18th century when it comes to the sewing techniques, in that it has the shoulder piece right here. We have the pleating on the sleeve just up here on this part. Of course, you still see it has the sleeve gussets right here. And the cuffs have got that quick stitching, the little pulled threads, not they're pulled, they're just, when they're sewed, they're just pulled so tight they look like, some people I've heard them refer to it as mouse teeth right here.
Sorry, guys.
And you can see that that is gathered right into the cuff. We have the bone buttons. One of the things that makes this really unusual is this front placket. This is a sign to me of a 19th century shirt. 18th century would have been just turned under like it is on this side, but on the buttoning side, the buttonhole is. And notice that there's the two buttons up here on the collar, which is traditional. It's notched. It's not a straight collar like that. The collar is cotton. The body is linen. So on the side that actually has the buttonholes, we've got this fabulous placket. One button, and then the two. The two up here are mother of pearl. This one down here is bone.
Was it cuff buttons on the sleeve?
There's cuff,
Nope.
no, not cuff buttons. There's just bone buttons.
Bone buttons on the sleeve.
And again, his initials are embroidered very nicely there. And when it comes down here to the side vents, this is very much the way we do it at Sycamore Spring, where instead of having a big triangle here and it's sewed on, it's actually sewed in such a way that the fabric passes past the stress point, which is right here. It goes past the stress point and spreads that stress point, that stress out. Because when man sits, this is where it's going to most likely split. So you want to have a really good gusset in there. And by doing it in this particular fashion, you spread the stress. It's you just almost can't tear it. It's that strong when you do it in that particular style of a gusset.
I'm also going to point out this is a heavier weight linen.
This is very heavy.
It is crazy.
Almost a canvas weight.
Yeah. It's still quite lovely because, I don't know, I love linen, but it is, I'm very surprised at how heavy this was. When Julia brought it out, I was shocked. It's not what I have always thought of as shirtweight linen.
Correct.
It is much heavier.
Correct. And I also want to point out these neck gussets that we have here. When they gathered it at the neck, they gathered just the gussets. And what we've always been taught is you don't gather across the gussets. You gather just this little bit in front, like they have. Skip the gussets and gather in back.
Yeah.
So they did it basically in 3 sections of gatherings. The back, the gusset, and this is a very big, broad gusset. And then right here in the front.
I wonder if part of that is just because of how thick this linen is. They've got to spread it out more.
It could be to spread out because when it's this heavy of a linen, you cannot gather tightly. You have to space your stitches out further apart to get it all gathered in there.
I'm zooming in on that cuff. Wow,
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to show off those gathers. If you even want to hold it up, that'd be great. It's just beautiful, the little hand gathers.
And notice not just the hand gathers, but it's got 3 areas of stitching right above where the hem, the seam in here, and then right here, and then right here on the very edge.
Backstitched.
All backstitched, and that gives you that little
So
look of
stunning.
what they call the mouse teeth.
And that is probably 12 or 14 stitches to the inch.
This is something that could have been made entirely on site at the Nuke farm. Am I correct?
Yeah, that is correct. And the other thing to notice is this is the selvage. This is the selvage. So this shirt, when they made it, ran selvage to selvage, and I would not doubt that this is hand woven. Somewhere on someone's farm, they wove this, which is explaining its coarseness and the heavier thread, and it was just wide enough to stop for their shirt.
Yeah.
Wow.
Selvage to selvage.
This is a working man's garment.
Absolutely a working man's garment. What was really interesting to note is the linen body,
And cotton
the
collar.
cotton collar.
Oh,
For
Cotton
comfort,
I didn't even
notched
notice that.
collar. To me, this part would be replaceable easier than this. You're going to sweat. This is going to bear the brunt of the dirt, the sweat. And this actually is a two-piece collar. And by that I mean, Jan, if you want to grab that part there. This is one section. This is another section. It's two long rectangles that makes this notch. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
Beautiful buttonholes.
Hand-done
Yes.
buttonholes, of course.
Of course.
I will
worn
attach
today.
pictures. This could be worn today. The condition of these articles of clothing is astounding.
This seems a little bit shorter than what we've done.
It's almost
Maybe
as
by
long.
4 or 5.
Okay. Also note the shoulder strip that we've got here
Reinforcing.
is been split to go around that gusset,
Interesting.
and it's got a back stitch right here in the middle, as addition to the back stitch here to put it in there.
Because ours
I'm
goes
zooming in.
up and over the gusset with corners sticking
Ours
out.
do go up and over the corners, and this one
Shoulders
doesn't.
bound on the inside.
Oh, sorry, everyone.
I expect it. It's caught.
No. I'm trying to show you the shoulder sleeve. There it is.
And
There
it
you
just
can
attaches
see.
to the body. It does not have a gusset around.
This is the gusset,
That's the,
but it
yeah,
doesn't
for the
have any
underarm.
sleeve reinforcements
That's
when
the
it comes
word
to
I meant.
fabric.
It's just turned.
It's just turned.
Wow.
Wait.
It's right there. You can see the raw edge.
That's tiny.
That's tiny, tiny
That's
stitching,
tiny,
folks.
tiny
And a
stitching.
tiny.
hmm But remember, this is on the selvage, so you'll have to worry about is the sleeve
Yeah.
and the gusset.
Sleeve. So,
Whoop. Oh my goodness.
Hang on, folks. We'll turn this back inside.
Sorry, that was, y'all got a very zoomed in. No, I'm zoomed in instead of zooming out. My phone freaked out for a sec.
Again, a fabulous piece, and especially this collar. I mean, to date this collar like this is just absolutely fascinating. With the center front placket like that on one side, totally, totally different. Absolutely awesome of Overfield to share this shirt with us, and we thank them for letting us do this.